We live in a world that worships the hustle. And yet, most of the people I know who are constantly on are completely off inside. Hi, I'm Gabrielle, and I want to reframe something we've been taught completely wrong. Rest isn't laziness, it's leverage. Some of my biggest breakthroughs didn't happen while I was grinding. They came when I slowed down enough to hear the right next move. Because here's the truth: the more I rest, the more I'm blessed. It's not just a mantra, it's a mindset shift. Rest fuels the work. And there's a reason clarity shows up after quiet. When you stop pushing, you start receiving. We're conditioned to think results come from pressure. But pressure produces panic, not power. Real productivity comes from rhythm, knowing when to move and when to be still. Every time I burned out, it wasn't because I worked too much. It was because I stopped listening to what my body and spirit were whispering. Rest isn't retreat. It's alignment. It's the moment your intuition catches up to your ambition. So there's a hidden cost of constant motion. Let's be honest, being always on looks impressive until it starts costing you clarity. When you never stop moving, you stop feeling. You start missing the signs, the nudge to pivot, the space to imagine something new. I used to wear busyness like armor, but all it protected me from was peace. When I'm rested, I make better decisions. My ideas flow, my communication softens, my creativity expands. Because rest resets the nervous system. And a regulated nervous system is the ultimate productivity tool. That's the part nobody tells you in entrepreneurship or leadership. Exhaustion doesn't make you strong, it makes you scattered. So making rest a ritual is very important. And how do you build rest into your reality? You start treating it like a strategy. That might look like this: micro breaks between tasks to reset your energy. Or sometimes it can even be like digital detox hours so your mind can breathe. A really good one that is so historic is like Sabbath style days where you fully disconnect and let life refill you. Sometimes, if you want to be a little more simple, it could be just redefining what productive means for you. Rest doesn't always mean sleep. Like, you don't always have to lay around. Sometimes it just means silence. Sometimes it means saying no. And sometimes it's just not forcing what's not flowing. So you have to make rest a rhythm, not a reward. When I gave myself permission to rest before I felt I'd earned it, that's when I started creating from overflow instead of depletion. And again, say it with me: the more I rest, the more I feel blessed. It's not about doing less, it's about receiving more. And there's a balance between hustle and harmony. There's a season for building and a season for breathing. The magic happens when you stop judging yourself for needing both. We call it balance, but really it's harmony. Hustle and harmony can coexist. You just have to stop letting one cancel out the other. Rest is a statement of faith. It says, I trust what's meant for me won't pass me while I pause. That's exactly what God promises. In Matthew 11:28, Jesus says, come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. That verse isn't just about sleep, it's about surrender. It's the reminder that divine peace is always available when you release control. When you rest, you're not falling behind, you're realigning with divine timing. That's why when I rest, blessings flow faster, smoother, and often in ways I didn't plan. It's like God is saying, I can take it from here because I rested. So here's where I invite you to really think about rest. If you've been pushing, proving, performing, this is your permission slip. Put your phone down, step outside, just breathe. You're not behind. You're being recalibrated. Because when you stop forcing what's next, what's meant for you can finally find you. Rest is the ultimate productivity hack because it reconnects you with your source. And the more you rest, the more you're blessed. Thank you for being here. And if this message found you at the right time, let it be a reminder this week. Peace is power. and stillness is strategy. If this video resonated with you, drop a honeybee in the comments and let me know which one of these things you're going to use the rest of this week. Hope this helps. See you in the next video.